turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel. And the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Check. You can't block me. You can't block me. 44 is the Delta. 44 lock. Hey, we gotta get to the
Off the play fake, Bridgewater.
Hey, switch gears.
That's caught. It's 2-2 Atwell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And gets by him, and now a little daylight. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Marquise Goodwin. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Baby, that's baby shop. My game. Bandit. Check 4. Big Ace. 2-2 what?
First carry for James Conner. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And there's James Conner with a run that gets everyone's attention. He joined the Arizona Cardinals after 4 years in Pittsburgh, and his best year with the Steelers, 2018, named a Pro Bowler after a 973-yard, 13-touchdown campaign. Mixed results the last couple of years as he's been in and out of the lineup, but with consistency, he can still be an effective runner.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check safety, check 43.
This is Conner. Pushes him over and able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll fake it to Conner. Now Murray. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Now remember, these two teams met in Glendale earlier in the season with the Cards coming out on top. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep. Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Now, this defense for the Cardinals, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Good stuff.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Murray a give. This is Connor. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Murray fighting, lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he is all the way up past the 25. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And some room to roam now. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the flood, watch the flood.
Now Bridgewater. Man open, it's Goodwin.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Bridgewater on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
From the 24, Bridgewater. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Love the effort. Love the dramatics. Getting the feet down. How about a little step shuffle along the sideline there, almost like a great ballet dancer or a tap dancer. All for no gain, though?
I was going to say, it's so pretty, and it gets you nothing. And they stop him short of the first, as he can only get to the 20. They'll run for it with Akers. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On third down, Bridgewater. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Ready? 25's the mic. Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. All day. Safe, safe, safe.
And that'll set them back 5. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. And Gay knocks this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Murray over the middle. That's hauled in by Isabella. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I got shift this side. I got shift this side. We got 3. We got 3.
At the 24-yard line.
From the 24, Murray.
Come on, Jimmy. Come on.
That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
We gonna work.
A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Murray now on first down. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
That's Isabella open on the right side. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. First down, Bridgewater. Being chased out left. But he's got his target, Harris. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. On play action, it's Bridgewater. He'll buy some time right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Meanwhile, Murray's throw here into the hands of Moore. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Here's Murray. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. That ball complete to Isabella. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And this is caught. He hits more. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it, but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or...
Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football at State Farm Stadium. And for the call, let's head back out to Glendale and hand it over to Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. Hey, hey, hey. 4 down, 4 down. Mike.
Here's Murray.
I got you, son.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Come on, let's go. Hey, Ace. My game. Who that?
Another try after the first down sack. Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find Isabella. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the visiting Cardinals who came away with the victory. So now they've got a chance here to sweep the season series if they can get the victory in Glendale. Murray getting this complete to Connor, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
My game. Hey, get away.
Caught left side, Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. To throw is Murray. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, L.A. Well, when you've got a guy like Marquise Goodwin, a former Olympian, mind you, you've got to devise ways to get the football in his hands, and mission accomplished there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats there, how about this? 22.1 miles per hour. Wow. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Throwing to start the drive. Murray. And that is incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 30. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cards are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his 3rd of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. I got one.
They'll try and throw for it here. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Rams on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Mike 9.
Bridgewater with a keeper. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. He's going deep for Brown. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 22. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On second down, Akers. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 68 yards on the ground for him so far.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and it may be a guard.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Marquise Goodwin. His third touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Rams look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 28, and he will bring it back. It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And the Cardinals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
Hey. Mike, 8. Shit. Let's get that ball.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard.
Check.
Shotgun now from Murray. Again, he finds more. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Play fake. Murray. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Murray's got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. They'll run on first down. Akers. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Combo. All day, baby, all day. Check 13.
Alert, ball lock.
13.
Alert, flare.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. 76 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They'll run a draw now with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On second down now, Akers. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. On third down, here's a run by Akers. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Los Angeles, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, it's just their third loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.